When using Perfectly Clear, you'll find several corrections available. These are grouped by category to make it easier to understand their function. Let's examine the next category of adjustments, the color category. These adjustments can help you achieve the perfect color. This is generally the second step to enhancing an image, and is made once the tone adjustments are locked down. The color section helps to automatically adjust the colors in your image. Due to the linear nature of digital camera sensors, your photos often look washed out. This is because film cameras capture details using a logarithmic scale, which use more of a natural curve that offered a boost in shadows and highlights. Our patented color restoration adjustment, formerly known as color vibrancy, looks at each channel individually instead of searching for black, which is what traditional solutions do. Our approach enables us to better approximate how the eye adjusts saturation differently in different parts of the photo. This is why we get these stunning vibrancy corrections and maintain the original colors of your memory. Perfectly Clear automatically checks and determines whether or not the capture device has captured the full vibrancy of colors in the picture. If it hasn't, then the algorithm will automatically restore the washed out or faded colors in the photograph, while always maintaining true colors represented in the original photo. If a camera has properly captured true color, then this function will have no effect on the image. If you'd like to boost colors a bit, try the color vibrancy controls. This correction is a more traditional vibrancy adjustment, which will add saturation to colors that are low in saturated values. Without oversaturating colors that were already vibrant, this effect generally works best at a lower value. Rich purples and blues in your image are often faded or shifted due to the way camera sensors work. Enable the fidelity option to remap the full color spectrum of the colors that the camera failed to capture. Digital color fidelity maps untrue colors created by your camera back to the natural true colors seen with the human eye at the time the photograph was taken. There are two settings that you can choose: Standard and Vivid. Standard will remap to the full color spectrum of the colors that the camera failed to capture. Vivid will do the same, but will accentuate the colors. The result is a photo with more contrast, more vivid colors, and more punch to it. If your image has an ugly color cast, Perfectly Clear's tint process will automatically remove these unwanted tints. Abnormal tint occurs in situations where the sensor of the camera has inappropriately picked up and reflected excess color. Toggle the adjustment on and off to decide if you like the correction. Tint can also be adjusted with a slider. If no tint is detected, the adjustment will be grayed out. An alternative control for processing tint, or adding a color cast, is the corrective filters in the pre-processing area. Try the warming and cooling options to modify an image's appearance. If you'd like to manually adjust an image, try the Sky and Foliage Enhance controls. These corrections target color ranges that are traditionally associated with skies and foliage. Let's start by taking a look at the sky enhancement. I'll apply Perfectly Clear. In the color section, I'll enable Sky Enhance. And you'll see from the pop-up list you have different choices. These are designed depending upon the source photo. You may notice, for example, that applying an option like sunset or night may not have much of an effect on a daytime photo. In this case, I'll use blue sky. The strength slider lets me control the intensity of the adjustment. If I increase this adjustment to very high values, it may start to look unnatural. So generally, I recommend favoring a lower value. If you toggle that on and off, you can see how it targeted the blue and made the necessary adjustment. I can round that off as well with an overall adjustment to color vibrancy. You see here that this can bring up all the color in the scene. If we look at the comparison side by side, you'll notice a pretty big difference. The split screen view may also be useful. I like to often click on the bubble here so I can see the transition. Clicking will animate through the image and let you see the before and after. And that's a very impressive change. Let's click Apply, and we'll try out the foliage adjustment. I'll apply Perfectly Clear. And in the color section, let's disable Color Vibrancy for a moment. We will increase Color Restore and Fidelity to get natural looking colors. I'm going to disable the Sky Enhance here, since I don't want to bring out the blues, but we'll take advantage of the Foliage Enhance. And you'll see two options. Green Boost is going to target a range of greens that are often present in vegetation. Again, if you overdo this value, it can look artificial, so I recommend a lower value. If your image has less greens and more browns, this will bring out some of that range, but you will see a little bit of overlap. Feel free to experiment with each. In this case, I like the brown boost a little better. It brought out some of the colors in the orange areas and still provided a subtle enhancement to the overall color. Let's increase fidelity there and color restore. And if you take a look at the before and after, you'll see that that's a very nice change, really bringing out some of the parts of the image that look better with more color. I'll click Apply, and the adjustment is made. Remember, the Sky and Foliage Enhance controls are not masked, so they may affect a broader area than desired. These adjustments are ideal for making a targeted color correction that focuses on certain colors to produce an image with deeper and richer colors. These generally work best at lower values and are well designed for landscape and outdoor photos. These two corrections are not affected by the strength slider. This completes our look at Perfectly Clear's color controls. Be sure to watch more of our videos to understand all of Perfectly Clear's adjustments.